What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Jets Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, the trade rumors around Breece Hall are continuing to pick up after the Jets' 0-5 start, and there are some reports out there that the Jets could have some intrigue in trading the star running back. So we'll talk about that on the first half of today's show, and also the Jets could definitely use some help at wide receiver. So we're going to talk about a former first-round pick that was released that Darren Muji could potentially sign. But before we dive into it, I do want to say thank you guys so much. We're actually closing in here on 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and we're only 70 subs away. 70 more people need to hit that subscribe button for us to hit 10K. So shout out to the 9,930 of you guys who have already subscribed to the channel. But if you guys could, hit that subscribe button today. If Breece Hall does get traded, we'll have a video for you guys ASAP. We're going live for the game this weekend in London, so we'll be up bright and early with you guys. So if you guys could, hit that subscribe button today if you want more Jets content in your life. All right, so it's actually FanDuel who kind of sparked the trade rumors picking back up over the last couple of days. They put out this trade idea, and it was the Kansas City Chiefs acquiring Breece Hall, but then also the Jets acquiring a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. Now, here on the channel, I've been saying if the Jets could even get a fourth-round pick for Breece Hall, you should do it. So if you could get a third and a fifth, and if that trade is on the table, you have to accept this trade in a heartbeat. And this is no slight to Breece Hall. It's honestly a compliment to him. If you are able to get a third-round pick and a fifth-round pick for him, I think you have to take that immediately because you got to start thinking about the future with this Jets team. You know, there are many, many holes on this roster. And, you know, one, are you going to pay Breece Hall this next offseason? I have my doubts on that. So if you could trade him when his stock is pretty damn high, at least the highest it's been over the last 2 years, and you get a third and a fifth-round pick, you have to at least consider trading Breece Hall. But some more teams besides the Chiefs, I think they are the most likely target to acquire Breece Hall, but you just got to consider the Los Angeles Chargers with Amarian Hampton going on short-term IR. You also got to consider the Houston Texans. They have a huge question mark at the running back position. Also, you could throw in like a team like the Chicago Bears mainly. They haven't really gotten too much production out of DeAndre Swift this season, so there will be teams calling, and also contending teams calling about Breece Hall, which is a good thing for the Jets because contending teams, you know, they'll be a little more aggressive to get the guy they want. You know, maybe Breece Hall's value is a fourth-round pick, but a contending team might say, hey, screw it. We'll send you a third-round pick to get him on our team. But Breece Hall also had an interesting quote the other day, which makes me believe he is more open to being traded than I think a lot of us would have, you know, imagined with him being on the Jets roster currently. But this is what he had to say. He says, I'm worried about winning football games. I'm not worried about having fun right now. I'm in my fourth year, and I don't have a lot of time left to prove what I want to do and who I can be in this league. At the end of the day, all the outside stuff is cool, but I'm worried about winning games and cementing myself, my teammates, and my coaches. And I will say Breece Hall is 100% right. Mainly the part he's talking about, he doesn't have a lot of time left in this league. Like the running back shelf life is like 7 to 8 seasons max. And normally we see running backs, you hit that 6th year, they take a step back, then the cliff really comes that 7th and 8th season. Well, Breece is in his 4th right now, so he's showing great self-awareness by saying that. I understand the Jets aren't winning a lot of games right now, but he wants to go be a winner. He wants to play in some high-leverage moments, and it makes sense. Like, this guy was a second-round pick, a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He's probably looking at all these other running backs like Isaiah Pacheco. You know, he was a 7th-round pick out of Rutgers playing with the Chiefs. He's like a household name because of his performances in the postseason mainly. So I'm sure Breece Hall, he wants more of that. And also, I know a lot of people will be saying, well, Braylon Allen's hurt. How could the Jets trade Breece Hall? I don't think it should make an impact on the Jets' process of trading Breece because I understand there will be a huge hole at the running back position. That would require a guy like Isaiah Davis to step up, but this shouldn't impact your process on if you were to trade Breece Hall or to not. And, you know, what I was saying about his value being at an all-time high right now, like, you know, Breece Hall has been, you know, him and Garrett Wilson and also Mason Taylor, like, they have been the lone bright spots on this offense. Like, Breece has looked good, especially compared to how he looked during the preseason where I thought he maybe lost a step, but he looks amazing. He's got that one-cut ability back, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. I also think that's a good stat for the Jets' offensive line, but he's got that dual-threat ability, 17 catches on the season, and you may be saying, well, if we trade Breece Hall, like, what are the Jets going to do at running back? You can do anything. Like, you can pick up a guy off the street. You can draft a guy in the 4th round next offseason, next draft. Like, there are ways to replace a running back. Like, now listen, if this was like a wide receiver or an edge rusher in the similar position Breece Hall was in, I would have, you know, a little more, you know, hesitancy in terms of trading him. But the running back position is very replaceable. And what if you already have a replacement in your room? I'm a massive fan of Isaiah Davis. I think he is just a solid running back. Now, I don't think he would ever be like, for example, like a Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, like one of those top running backs in the league. But could it be a guy like, hey, the guy that just cooked you last week, like a Javonte Williams? Like, could he kind of be that, like, 15th to 20 best running back in the league, but have a good offense line and be very productive? I think that's on the table for Davis. And plus, once Braylon comes back, like those two guys, that's a pretty solid tandem. And then you could just go pick up somebody in free agency or just draft a guy. So I would be all in on trading Breece Hall. It stinks we're at this point in the offseason, or point in the season. I wish, we were talking about the Jets maybe trading for a wide receiver too if they were 3-2. Maybe you get a little more aggressive on the trade market, but this is just reality of the NFL. You start off 0-5. You're the only team without a win. Like, it should be maybe not a fire sale, because I really think Breece Hall is the only player that could get traded off the Jets, but I think it's definitely on the table. So you guys let me know. Would you trade Breece Hall? Give me a T for trade, or give me a P for pass. Now we'll dive into a former first-round pick that the Jets could sign at the wide receiver position here in a second. But before we do so, if you guys want to get some more Jets jerseys in your life, we got a sweet deal going on right now at chatsports.com/Jets jerseys. They got Justin Fields jerseys, but also if you click that link, they got Sauce Gardner, they got Garrett Wilson, Quinnen Williams. So if you want to support this Jets team, support these players who are still going out there, putting out full effort every single week, click this link, chatsports.com/Jets jerseys. All right, so a former first-round pick is out there on the market right now, and that being Treylon Burks. Now, Treylon Burks, big body wide receiver, falls into the archetype of receiver from Ole Miss, very similar to like DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown, and he was waived by the Tennessee Titans, and he went through waivers unclaimed. So I could see this being a situation where Treylon Burks, maybe a team signs him to the practice squad, here over the next couple of days, but I doubt he'll be signed to an active roster before Sunday. So even if, when you guys are seeing this video, if he is on a practice squad, he is still available for the Jets to sign him because you can just poach him, sign him to your active roster. Now, Treylon has not lived up to, being a first-round pick. There's no doubt about it. Now, injuries have definitely played a factor. I think also the Tennessee Titans having some poor passing games since he's gotten there played a massive impact. But, hey, 33 catches his first year, second team the second, and then last year, 4 catches. Has not played yet this season, but the Jets have a need at wide receiver. Like, there's no doubt about it. I was completely wrong on, Tyler Johnson. I thought he was going to have a better year. Josh Reynolds finally started to show some flashes last week, but, again, he hasn't really showed you much. So Aaron Smith's still developing. You don't really trust him at this point of his career being your wide receiver too. So I'm not saying Treylon Burks would be a wide receiver too. He would just be another depth piece, but, might as well take a flyer on him. Like, they just need help at wide receiver. Like, Garrett Wilson needs help. Like, I feel bad for this guy because – one, he's getting all the attention in the world on any, given play. Like, I'm sure teams' game plans in the first half at least are saying, hey, we're going to take away number 5, force Justin Fields to look elsewhere. And, that's why we've also seen Mason Taylor over the last couple of weeks, have some high catch games. But you at least just got to get more bodies in there. So I would take a flyer on Treylon Burks. I'm not saying he's going to, completely change the wide receiver room, but he would definitely get some more help than what you have right now. So what say you on this one? Would you sign Treylon Burks? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no. You guys drop your thoughts down below in the comment section. I would do it. It would just be a one-year flyer. And if he ends up living up to maybe third-round pick hype, like that would be a good pickup for the Jets. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. Now, also, if you guys watch this entire video, clearly we're doing something, you guys like here. So hit that subscribe button today. Help us reach 10K. Just need 70 more of you guys to hit that subscribe button. So we'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.